Hello, this is Paula from Agility Scales, and I'm here to give you a bit of a preview of our app. I know there's a lot of people that don't have Android, and you've been waiting for so long to get it. We're much closer. We're not building iOS yet, but I wanted to give you a peek at the app and how far we've come, which is amazingly far. Okay, so here's my tablet screen. Got my tablet right here and sharing the screen. And I'm going to click into Mind Settlers. We'll see how long the lag is. Not too bad. Right. Okay. I'm going to log in with a different name because, boy, we have some new stuff here that's just been released. Okay, let me sign out. I'm going to sign in with another username so that I can show you what happens when you're brand new. Here we go. So now you're not getting a fancy slick demo. You're not. You're getting a real one. So hopefully that's a good thing. So let me log in. I'm going to log in with my Gmail here. And that should give me the onboarding, which is just been released to our team, is now it to our actual players. So here is the first screen you see now. When you first join, there's 4 main things. We've broken down this whole adventure platform, this whole gamified experience into 4 main steps. The first one is finding ideas. After that, we have track your value, track the actions that you take and the results they have. Start a journey, that's the gamified action plan piece of our app. And then improve together, that's collaborating with others in teams. But find ideas, here's what we see. The first thing we want is to find out what are you interested in, right? So select 5 tags. I'm going to say get started. And here we have a few tags that we suggest, and I'll just click a couple of these. I'm going to click team formation, I'm going to click Scrum, and I think I will choose Kanban because I do love my Kanban. So there's 3, and next here I can add something else, and let me just type in 1 tag, bear with me. Ooh, yep. Ooh, there's Agile Mindset. I want to take that. So now I have 4 tags chosen. It's set to choose 5. Why don't we choose another Agile tag? Let's choose something around Agile in here. How about Agile Game? Agile Game. Okay, 5 tags. Take me to my ideas. So now, one of the parts of our app is called Explore, and this is where you can go in and look at all the different actionable ideas from heaps and heaps of different people and organizations and frameworks, etc. So you'll see here, there's a blue bar. This is rather new. And at the bottom it says your personal results can be found in Explore, along with our extensive library. So if I'll click on that, and here is all the stuff related to those tags. So I found my first ideas. And I'll walk you through this. So we have tracks. Tracks here. Tracks, I'm going to click into Launch a Scrum Team. A track is essentially a gamified action plan where you have a series of activities that you can do. And if you track your progress against it, I'll start my journey. I can come in here and track what I'm doing. So I have some of those in the ideas section. And practices, practices is sort of the heart and soul of our app. These are all actionable ideas. We really are focused on having things that you can actually do something with. And they come from many, many places. If I'm scrolling across, you can see some stuff from Scrum and Tasty Cupcakes, who were so kind enough to let us showcase some of their work. Management 3.0, individuals, there's a lot of community authors. So those are all ideas, and all of these will have been tagged with one of the 5 tags up above. They either will be directly, they have that as a tag against them, and that's why they're here. So we can come in here and come in, and a lot of these activities, we give you a little summary, and then you go to the actual source. So we're putting them all in one place so you can use them in the app, but the information itself lives with the owner of that information. In this case, this is fun retrospectives. Some of it lives in our app, but lately we've really been going out to ask a lot of thought leaders and a lot of people if we can add a link to their content, if we can showcase their content. Because we want to have a really comprehensive set of info, and what we want is for people to use it in our app, and then the authors and the organizations will get fantastic insights back and data back on how their stuff is being used. So here too, you'll see I put in games, didn't I? Agile games. So we've got innovation games, fun retrospectives, Agile toy box. I can see tons of game stuff in here. I've got some Scrum things, Kanban, Agile mindset. So these camps, I didn't say that yet, but camps are our word, our adventure word for organizations, brands, if you will. And we do have community camp. And this is where a lot of people who are in our Slack community, you're hopefully, you may be an author if you're listening to this. I hope you are. This is where people have pointed us to the activities that they've created or the activities that they've adapted based on best practices, etc. So all of this, you can see there's a heck of a lot in here. You can also go and find a specific person. If you're a fan of Jürgen, you can come in here and click through. I'm going to click on practices. So here is all the content authored by Jürgen. And you can see he's got some under Management 3.0, some under Startup, Scale Up, Screw Up. Several organizations have his content, but it's all here with him as the author. Okay, and I'm going to back out of this, back to our main view. This is the main view. It's one of our main views, and you see at the bottom, there's 4 icons at the bottom. We have a home screen, and at the very top, we've found ideas now, so that's done. We have an information bar, and we have an activity stream. So for those of you may not have seen this, but if you are active in the app, this is the community stream where we can see what's going on. We can see when people reach milestones. Here I can see on the 15th, Matthias got to 50% on one of his activity action plans. We can see new content, and we can, here's tons. Oh, wow. You could see that someone came in and really did a lot of stuff here. So we're starting to build out the ability to see what the community is doing. We want it to be a platform where people can interact. And then we have, we have my activity. This is my Gmail account, so there's very little activity. This is my demo account. My agility skills account has heaps and heaps of stuff here. But this is where you see everything you've done in the app. And progress, this is where you can see what you've done in terms of if you have taken on a gamified action plan, a track. If you've chosen a track to journey on, which I have here, this is where I'm going to find it. And if I want to track what I'm doing against it, I come in here and I can click. I did the Who Are We team building activity, and it was a +1 value for me, perhaps, because I know it really well, but it's a +2. I think people got a lot out of it. This is the idea where you can track your activity. You can add notes. You can add a lot of information. And what I'm going to do is make this private, since it's sort of a dummy mark I'm going to record. But I just wanted to show you this. So it takes a second to update, but that should update and it should show progress. Come on, progress bar. There we go. It took a second for me and then an extra second to show through on the Zoom. But look, I did 1 out of 13 actions. There's 13 actions to complete this launch a Scrum team plan that Marijn van der Zee put together. It actually includes fantastic info. If you go through to the sources, each one of these is sort of a gold mine of activities that you can do with teams to really ramp up a new team. So I just pretend, Mark, that I did that to show you how this works. Okay, so we have Explore, where you can always go and find ideas. We have this red icon, bottom right corner on this page, and also on these other pages. And that's where you can track what you're doing. You can see what the rest of the community is doing here. You can progress on action plans and challenges if you have any. And the last thing that's probably worth showing you is teams. Oh, I'm on a team. I think I added myself, my demo person to a team. So we have just created this, which you may be interested in, where you can set up teams of people. So Badgers, this is a team. I should see a few people show up soon. I'm waiting for these icons to show. This is brand new. We're still bug hunting this one. But here, this Badgets team includes, I can see just the people on that team and what they're doing. And the team functionality we're going to build out more. There they are. Now they're here. Now I can see everyone who's on my team. So that, what else can I tell you? I think I don't want to, put you to sleep with a super long video, but I wanted just to give you a bit of a tour of what we have so far. So firstly, we have all the ideas, like I said before, now I'm repeating myself. You can track your value. I'm just going to go across the top. Start a journey, find an action plan, a challenge that you want to do, and then you can also set it up for teams. You know what? There is one more thing I want to tell you, and that has to do with these tracks. So this is an adventure frontier. We have an adventure theme in here. And so there's tracks that people can author. That's a series of actions with targeted, you need to track your results in order to achieve, to sort of finish these. And we've divided them into camp tracks and player tracks. So here you can see, here's one track, Certified Agile Coach. IC Agile was kind enough to collaborate with us a bit to put together a track. And the goal of this track would be, hey, capture what you're doing to build up these competencies before you go for your advanced Agile, expert in Agile coaching assessment. So the idea would be that you track your work and then you have a fantastic record of what you've done that can be useful to you when you go and do the assessment. And it's also good to review the 5 assessment criteria, which they have details of in our app. And let me show you this. Probably not the best one to show you because there's a lot of people who are like, this sounds good and haven't done anything yet. But here we can see all the people who've said, yeah, I want to do this track. They've signed up for it. And Silvio here, thank you, Silvio. Thank you very much for letting us, for tracking your stuff and making your marks public so I can show this. Appreciate it. Silvio's doing it. Look at this. He's been tracking, 4th of October. I got to maybe get in there and remind him. But he's been tracking some of the things he's done against this, against his journey. So there again, you can see a little bit of the community stuff. Now, the one thing we're really excited about is getting teams finished in the app so that we can do things like this track. Where is it? It's over here, my retro track. Where's our retro track? Oh my gosh, we got a lot in here. It's way at the end. Retrospective action. Here's a track that we put together as a team a few months ago after we had a face-to-face, and it was actions we all wanted to take. We all sort of contributed different activities. We wrote them up, put them in here, and a lot of us, I think I was the 11th. Oh, we're all the 11th. Anyway, I thought I was second. Yes, Pedro was first. I was second to complete it. It was really fun to see where everybody was tracking their activities. So what we're hoping, one of the things we're hoping is that we'll get a lot of teams, agile coaches working with teams to set up agile improvement cycles, maybe results of a retro, maybe something else, maybe a goal that you have. You set up a track that really doesn't apply to anyone else, only applies to your team, to your context. That's fine. We want those in here. We have a place for that, right? So, okay. I think it's time for me to stop talking. I think this has got a bit long, but I'm hoping there's a couple of you out there that are really keen to see this and will take the time to watch the whole thing just to get an idea of where we're at. And listen, just reach out to me anytime if you want to see an updated version. I'll be trying to post shorter videos of these every time we have something new, so you can keep across it. Thanks. Have a great day and take care. Bye.